What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you about 𝗪𝗓𝗧𝗛. It is getting hit quite hard today. I want to go over some of the data points, what shorts are doing, and everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So it is down 31.7%, 42.14 the low, and then 48.35 the high. A lot of volume, so 136 million shares being traded, 46 is the average. Looking at both the secondary market and also the dark pool, you are seeing a lot of transactions, but in comparison to the norm, it is rather low. So meaning a lot of the volume being done today is linked to algorithmic trading. So it is getting artificially pulled down, but at the same time, you did also just have a couple new analyst ratings that was posted today. One by Citi, $30 sell. Analyst has a 47% success rating. Bank of America, Allen, 60% success rating. Sell, $28 rating. Then Needham didn't really give a price target, just downgraded to a hold. Ryan has a 48% success rating. All of this is occurring because of this. So news did drop that Novo is discontinuing their partnership with 𝗪𝗓𝗧𝗛𝗧. And yeah, it's definitely, for face value, someone reading this, they might not think it's that big of a deal, but potentially what is being floating around on social media, it looks like they're being called a illegal sham and a lot of other kind of stronger words. But for the most part, it does not portray 𝗪𝗓𝗧𝗛 as a credible company. So that is very damaging in reality. And you have to keep in mind, even leading into today, it is up a substantial amount over the last 1 year. Again, factoring the pullback today, it is still up 95.8%. A lot of people did really question, largely analysts, did question the multiple. So right now the PE is sitting at 92.3. So prior to all of this, people were somewhat on the edge anyways, but with this news, it really causes and justifies the bears to kind of go out there and say, hey, it's overvalued, it's not worth it, if anything. So let me know your general thoughts on that in the comments below. As far as the data points, you are seeing shorts increase 370,000 shares, 32.76% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 63.79 million shares. So just by analyzing this information right here, you can tell whoever is shorting 𝗪𝗓𝗧𝗛𝗧 has very deep pockets, because despite it going up 90+% over the last year, you have seen shorts massively double down. And so whoever is shorting this stock does have very deep pockets. So at the end of the day, I think they were kind of anticipating something to flop. Right now, there is a total dollar value of $4.07 billion being shorted. Looking at some of the options though. So right now you do have 99 million in calls, 84 million in puts, 53% of all the options being done, despite it going down as much as it is today, are still bearish, meaning they are anticipating further downside. So from the bulls standpoint, I'll give you a quick overview of what they are saying. So they are anticipating for it to be roughly around that $43 range, possibly as high as 45, so a little bit more of a recovery. Bears are anticipating for this kind of sell-off to continue. Again, maybe they're factoring in some of the geopolitical kind of scenario that is playing out as well, but they are anticipating for it to continue to sub $40. So let me know your general thoughts on that in the comments below. Right now with that 43.80 and change, it is trading between this pivot and this S1. And as I've stated in previous HIMS videos, you do see a lot of volatility because it's gone up quite a lot. So this is why you're seeing fairly wide gaps on the fib levels. So it is trading between this pivot and this S1. So $38 is going to be a strong support, and then 51 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. So given that obviously the bearish individuals out there doing options feels that it will be sub roughly 40. So it is fair to assume that this S1 potentially could hold. So let me know your general thoughts on that. Aside from all that fun stuff though, it is exactly right now pretty much on that 100-day moving average, or kind of bounced off of that for the most part. So right now it is wedge bound between that 50 and 100-day moving average. So 47.20 is going to be that key recovery that you really want to watch for it to get over in the next couple trading days, if you are going to see a recovery in any fashion. But aside from that, that 100-day moving average is at 43.26. So again, it recently did bounce off of that, so just watch for that to be a strong support. Aside from that $38 fib level, so those are going to be the two elements to kind of really watch for. But as far as kind of the worst case scenario, you do have that 200-day moving average at $32 or $33.47. So even the bears aren't really anticipating that to be touched as of right now. So I feel like there is a little bit of a recovery anticipated just based on everything, but still I think after the temporary recovery that does happen today, bears are anticipating for it to kind of pull back. One thing as well that's really causing extra volatility, more being suppressed, is the fact that leading into today, it was oversold. And you can see that based on the stochastic RSI. So on a technical standpoint, just watch for that 38.26. And then aside from that, if you are a value investor, if that kind of is your thing and you want to get a deal, potentially orient yourself around that 38.54, or potentially even if you have patience, that $30.55. But nonetheless, though, this news that did come out, obviously nobody really was expecting it. And as well, what also is being stated is rather damaging. So let me know your thoughts on the stock. Are you buying the dip? Are you selling? Do you think that this is just more of a one-off type of scenario and it's just being blown out of proportion? What's your kind of general thoughts on him and hers health? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And then one final thing, pop over to my Patreon. I give buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point and bangers. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.